There we go. Oh, shoot, I forgot to flip over the thumbnail. God darn it. One of these days, I'm hopefully going to get a nice, clean, professional, somewhat looking intro. Hold on. I hate when the corners don't cover. There we go. What is up, guys? A happy Sunday. I don't know why the angle is always so weird in this setup. It's so bizarre. Hold on one sec. I totally forgot to do this. Of all the things that I did last night, I forgot to flip over. There's the thumbnail. That gets changed to the new video that just went live this morning. Ha 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 ha. Italian eggs Benedict. There it is. That's what I was looking for. So if you guys are fellow lovers of eggs Benedict and you're looking for a really easy recipe that's so hearty, especially when it's still cold out, cannot recommend this nearly enough. It's incredibly good, and it's nice and simple too, because you don't have to make fucking hollandaise sauce, and I love that. Oh, that's right, I can't swear in the intro. Well, never mind, I'm not monetized anyway. So, what's up, guys? Happy Sunday morning. I hope your Sunday morning is off to a good start. I think for most of you guys now, is it mostly towards noonish? I don't know. I can't do math right now. I'm so tired. Resident Evil 2, the remake, has just wrecked my schedule. I was up till like editing last night, plus setting up everything else, so apologies, I might be a little scatterbrained today as I talk. But today I'm very excited to start off this series because surprisingly the restaurant one has been my most viewed video. I'm not sure why, but it's really kind of cool. So I'm hoping that people really enjoy this one as well. So if you haven't heard, what we're doing is we are going to live La Vida YouTuber. So in The Sims, you do have the ability to actually make a content creator or a streamer. Because we're on YouTube, I'm going to start ours off being a content creator because there is a significant difference in the amount of time that you have to invest. So I'd rather show you guys, I don't want to say the worst of it because both are very enjoyable, but you have to be very diligent about how you structure your time. I'm talking! This is my show. All that being said, I'm going to share all the tips and tricks that I've come across while being on YouTube and being on Twitch. And for those of you guys who are just joining us, first of all, welcome. My name is Melissa. This is Cooking from Scratch, where we do new cooking videos every week. I'm trying to get better about getting the release days closer to Wednesday, but I'm breaking my own rules. My own schedule has just been awful. So we'll talk about that and how that is probably the key to being successful in being either a streamer or a content creator. But first, let's say hi to people in chat. What is up to Nina, Justin, Amma, Earl, Will, scrolling, Eric, Emmy, Andrew, thank you so much for the game. That was very sweet of you. And Melissa, hope you guys are doing well. Aaron, welcome back. How are you doing? It's Callum Dono. You still keep coming up on the recommended. Really? I'll share with you guys all the tips that I found for that, but honestly, I think I'm getting lucky. YouTube, the YouTube recommended is a weird beast. You really can't control how it works, but I think I have a couple of tricks, and I'll share those with you guys. Hey, Russ, what's up, dude? What game did you get? Can I access it from here? Hold on. It was so sweet. It's a game called Hotel Anatolia, which is so up my alley because it's that old-timey feel. I think it's a murder mystery. I'm not sure. I literally just got home from Starbucks and started everything up, and I saw that on my screen. It was so nice. Okay. Let me scroll that down. Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. Melhun, YouTube loves you. I'll take it for now, because God knows that can change. Yukira, oh, Ketchy, what's up? How are you doing? All right, let me go ahead and flip us over. Oh, I gotta start the music too. See, I'm so behind this morning. I'm so scatterbrained. Okay, so as we go through this, oh yeah, I was finishing up. So, for those of you guys who are just joining, if you're interested in becoming a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, or if you already are and you'd like some tips and tricks on, you know, things that you could do to kind of help yourself out, I am going to share with you guys everything I know. If you guys have tips and tricks, feel free to put them in chat. I'd love to share that as well. And for those of you guys who are like, well, why should we listen to tips and tricks? Because if you knew all this stuff, you'd be a big-time creator or streamer, right? I don't follow what I preach a lot, and you're going to see it as I start to go through the tips. So a lot of the stuff... Oh! Shoot, I'm always in the wrong screen for that! Oh, hold on a sec. Simmer Aaron, thank you so much for the subscription. So, yes, I break a lot of my own rules. My content doesn't quite fit the preferred, so that also hinders me, and it's just stuff that, you know, if I had the time that I wish that I could do. But I have seen it work for others. There's one thing that like the value that I think I pull together is I watch YouTube and Twitch a lot, and I kind of see, you know, what people do that really seems to help them out. So I've collected all that, and I'm just going to be talking as we go through this. So if there's any particular topics you'd like to cover as we go through this, just feel free to shout them out in chat. Let me go ahead and hit play on the music. My phone had died right when this started and I panicked. Oh, you're so sweet. I need all the tips I can get. I want to get to 100 subs too. Yes, so we will talk about getting started and all that goes with that. Let me know if the music is either too quiet or too loud. I watched back the other videos. I was trying desperately to cut off the intro because I watched the drop-off rate on the analytics, and if I get straight to the point, they would, do better, but I did not, so... And for some reason, the YouTube editor, which is great that they have that, but for some reason does not like larger videos, which is weird. A sub follow a day will help this amazing woman be in screen for these lures. Oh, thank you. Well, if she would remember just to be in the right screen on Streamlabs. Yes, we finally got over 100 subs! And oh my god, I'm so excited that no one claimed our URL, which amazes me, because cooking from scratch, I imagine someone would have claimed it, especially since there's some other channels out there named that, but I don't know, maybe we just got lucky. But yes, our URL now is youtube.com/cooking from scratch. And I'll tell you what, I've already seen it happen. Just in going out and about since we got it. We've gotten some new viewers because as I'm out and about and I'm talking about this, just kind of naturally, I'm not like pimping my channel, but they'll say, oh yeah, that sounds interesting. And I can say, oh yeah, just go to youtube.com/cooking from scratch, and we've gotten some new subs. So that, the URL is so critical, because without that, it's so hard to talk about your channel unless you have the most unique name ever. And if you have to make viewers click through multiple things to get to your channel, the chances are they're not gonna. And that's a tip right there. They had lamb brains at the market the other day. Does anyone know how to cook lamb brains? I honestly don't. That's a very interesting one. Okay, so we are going to create a brand new sim. So I'm going to go new game. I'm going to skip the tutorial because I'm not the best at sims, but I at least figured out how to get started. This is why we love Twitch. Twitch is a different beast.
Narskal? Huh?
Why do I always get that? It's like the game knows what I'm attracted to. Men I shouldn't be. There we go. What is up with her face? Alright, we gotta change this. What's the voice? That's not too bad. The answer is very carefully and pan-fried. Ooh, you can pan-fry brains? That's interesting. It's your future husband. Would make sense. The only time I'm married again is in The Sims. Okay, let's change the face looks weird for some reason. Ba-dum. That's kind of nice. I'm far more pale than I should be. So we'll do, there we go. Alright. Change up the eyes. Green. Alright. Cheek scars? No. Eye scars? What the? Ah! Oh, that's for the acting. I'm like, what the heck is that? Why do I always get Sim, huh? That face you make me need 50-ish lemons. I have. It's not pleasant. Okay. Let's see. What hairstyle am I gonna give her? We got some new hair stuff because we got the Get Famous pack. So that's a pack that you need to have. I think you have to have it in order to be able to create a, what do they call it, a video editor or streamer. But basically you're creating a YouTuber or you're creating a, when they say streamer, I'm assuming they mean Twitch. Okay, let's see. Huh, I haven't done that in a while. It looks good. Alright. No, the hair's fine. Let's give her some earrings. I rarely give my Sims earrings. Oh, necklace too. That's cute. I love this one. That's pretty. At least I think I'm funny. Hi! I love your name. How are you doing? Wow, you can't even see her. Actually, I should probably match that. Oh, that's pretty. But again, cannot see earrings. So it's like, why even have earrings? Whoa, 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 no, 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 I'm not stretching. I want to turn her. Oh, that's just ponytail. Okay. Turn, turn, turn. Well, none of them really show the earrings. That's bizarre. Oh, I haven't done that hairstyle. Let's go with that. Okay. So we have the hair, we got the face, we need the makeup. Let's see. Whoa! Beaten panda. No, 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 no. So dark. Okay. Let's not be total goth chick. That'll be a no, thank you. Although, and this is something that will kind of work for you, having something that's unique or that kind of stands out a little bit will help you with marketing. And it's not something that I'm just saying. This is actually a proven marketing fact. And they said this is part of the reason why Donald Trump actually won the presidency. Hold aside all things about the, you know, Russia possibly influencing that. The hair makes him iconic. Whatever your feelings are on him, you always know him by the hair. The hair and Trump are synonymous one with each other, and that helps to stand out in people's minds. So there's an example for you. No politics involved, but if you have something about you that does naturally stand out, people are going to remember you. This is decently early. It's very early for Nina to be awake. Oh boy. So you know what? We'll go. Let's go. Let's try the teal. Even though teal with green eyes looks bizarre. Maybe we'll do the purple? No, now she looks undead. Now she looks like she has pink eye. We'll stick with the teal. Alright. 10 minutes till 6 a.m. Dear God, woman. Of course, if we're gonna go that loud on the lipstick, we're gonna need something kind of neutral based. Actually looks kind of pretty. Okay. There we go. I kind of like that. I think my voice and personality is my unique thing since I don't use face cam. That, ooh. The challenges of not using face cam. There's a lot of pros. One of the pros to not using face cam is that you can just roll out of bed, and if you're like me, I look like the Swamp Thing before I actually put myself together to be on camera. You could just, doesn't matter what you look like, you can just sit down and you can start recording. The other benefit to not using face cam is that there's a lot of humor that, stop, I'm talking to people. There's a lot of humor that only works when you can't see the face of the person who's delivering the line. So if you think about like Game Grumps is classic for this. There's jokes that you kind of need to see them in order for them to land, and then there's a lot of jokes where because you don't see the face of the person that's doing it, it's funnier. So there's value in not having face cam. Where that comes to work against you is that people like to be able to feel that interaction with the streamer or the creator. One, and two, there are some games and stuff like that where you really need to see them react, like anything scary, any kind of games with like big plot reveals, because a lot of people watch it because they want to see the streamer react. So two ways where if you want to get into that, then I recommend having a vid cam, and you don't need to go expensive on the vid cam. If anything you're going to put money towards, put it towards a mic. That's going to be your biggest thing. But if you have that kind of humor that works when you can't see the person, no vid cam also works for you. Anxiety minus one. Oh, that sucks. How does a streamer properly promote their channels without getting a bad rep as a promoter? That's a tough one. What? No, you can't sit behind me. Stop it. She's been a pill all morning. That is one of the hardest things to do, and where everyone really finds the most struggle is how in the world do I promote without, one, just having people just tune you out just because you're just pushing your link. Two, doing it in good taste, because there are people out there who will just jump into a live stream and be like, hey, I'm going live, come check out my stream. No, bad, never do that. Oh, that is so bad. So how to get around both of that? I really love this top. Oh wow, I did not know she had tattoos. So the first thing is you really have to find where your audience is, and the best way to be able to find where your audience is you have to know who, whoa. You have to identify who your audience is or who you like them to be. For instance, if you like being a beauty vlogger, where you like talking about makeup, and trust me, you can make big money doing beauty vlogs. I'm not that thin. This is weird. That's a bit better. So the best thing I could do is find out what the standard analytics are, and there's stuff like this out on Google. It's like who watches gaming, who watches beauty vlogs, who watches regular vlogs. There's a whole audience for that too. And find out, one, what kind of social media platform are they on, and two, where do they hang out to get the content that they like. And that does not mean going to other people's channels and poaching from there, because like I said, that's a big no-no. For example, if you're into gaming, first of all, if you're going to be on social media, be on Twitter. Twitter works best for gaming. Facebook, not so much. If you're doing how-to videos, kind of like with mine, for cooking, I know Facebook is where all of them hang out. They love Facebook. They love to share videos. I need to be on Facebook. So that's the first one, is find the right social media. The other benefit, and this is one where I struggle with, is where do they hang out when they're not watching videos or not watching streams? Reddit's one, but you have to be careful with that, because playing on Reddit's kind of like playing on 4chan. That can come back to bite you. So that's the big unknown, is where are they when they're not on social media? The other thing is you have to show people why they would like your content. So I always look so short in these kind of skirts. It drives me nuts. How do you get your name on the face cam? Yeah, so that should show, hopefully, if it's behaving itself, the most recent subscriber. Just sending out a link, just showing a picture is not going to be enough to sell new people on what the value of your content. So, clips and small video recordings that autoplay on Twitter or Facebook is going to be your best bet. Because, and I even realize this too, when I go back and look back through my old content, as I'm watching it, I'm going, oh yeah, I forgot I really enjoyed this part. Oh, I forgot how much I really like this game. Everyone has so much stuff coming at them all day long that they're never going to just remember, like, oh, hey, I love this creator, I should go check out what they're doing, unless they're like super diehard fans. So posting a clip from a video, if you can make them laugh within the first 30 seconds, that's a big win for you. So, we'll talk about why the first minute of any video or stream is super important, and I break this as well. But if you can make them laugh within the first 30 seconds, you stand a much, much better chance of getting them to stick around. Okay, let me catch up real fast with chat. Well, see, I can't release a face cam because I'm basically just using my PS4 to record. So but your mic is good. Good, yes. Having a good mic is super, super important because people will tune you out immediately if the audio is bad. They'll suffer through like 720p or, you know, not the best resolution, but if they hear just horrible audio, they're gone. It's a standard fact, unfortunately. Oh, she's looking kind of feisty. That's cool. However, there's comedy that works really, really well when you can't see the face of the creator. There's one that my sister turned me on to. His name is Soviet Womble. He streams on Twitch, and then he takes his content and he cuts it into like sizzle reels, also a really great tactic for YouTube. And honestly, I think the comedy would not work as well if I saw them as they were saying the joke. So if you can get into that style of comedy, it'll totally work for you. That looks pretty. Okay, let me catch up here. As long as your intro is not, what's up guys, it's your boy. Oh, no. Using cliches will destroy you. If your intro is not sincere, people are gone. They can tell when people aren't sincere, and this was a big problem in YouTube. What was it, around 2014, 2015? And I think even PewDiePie talked about this, where there was a huge drop-off because they knew when the creator was playing games that they didn't like. You could see it was forced on their face that I've got to enjoy this because people are watching. Bad. Play the content that you know you're going to enjoy, or on the flip side of that, play content that's going to get the best reaction out of you. You can go the opposite way, which I think quite a few people have told me. Of all the videos that I've done on YouTube, everyone's most favorite moment is my meltdown when I was playing that really weird game. It's just because that was just me. I had enough at that point. I couldn't take the game anymore. And I wasn't doing it for views. I just you could tell on my face I'd had enough, and everyone loved it. Probably my funniest moment ever on YouTube. So you've got to be genuine. You've got to be authentic. Be it good or be it for a not so good reaction, but it's got to be real. How-to videos attract older people on Facebook. Exactly. YouTube, and people are like, well, how is it some channels just naturally take off? How-to videos are always king on YouTube. Those and, like if you're super, super good at a game, will do amazing on there because everyone loves it when someone solves a problem for them. That's why they come to YouTube. Like how to add an addition onto your house. How to make spaghetti carbonara. people will flock to that content, and that content can be put anywhere, which is another advantage that YouTube has, and we'll go into that. So if you are naturally talented at something that you want to share that talent, you can do very, very well on these platforms. Like that girl who just loves to smash her face into bread. It still blows my mind that this is still a thing, but smashing face into bread, she has millions of subscribers. Who knew that there was a market for that out there? Although how she found that market, I don't know, because this is such a big thing. The if you build it, they will come does not work at all. It's like trying to win the lottery. Just because you create a channel does not mean it's going to be successful. People don't naturally flock to you unless you get super, super lucky. People do find rage entertaining. That's very, very true. The meltdown was about, see, there we go. I paid money for this. Oh my god. So I don't remember who the creators of that game was, but they were on Twitter, and I saw the picture of the game. I'm like, oh yeah, that game. And I sent a message to them. I'm like, to this day, this is still the weirdest game I ever played. And they're like, ha, we're glad to hear that. I'm thinking, dear God, don't watch the video, because I was not kind. Facebook is the reason Tasty is such a big brand. Yes, Tasty does amazingly well on Facebook. I have a theory that they are buying likes, because I watch when they roll out something new, they tend to regurgitate their content a lot. So when they put something up that I've seen they put up before, they will have like instantly 5,000 likes or something like on it. I'm like, no, that doesn't work, because I watch your traffic and your likes don't balance. So unless YouTube is calculating their likes incorrectly, which sometimes they do, they might be having some help. I am not talented at anything being nice, but I just like making videos and recording games. There's still, how do I want to put this? It can still work. You just have to find a game that has a very, very devoted fan base. Now, gaming on YouTube, I hate to say it, is dying off. I know, I'm saying that as I'm playing a game on YouTube. Well, if I could cook and stream, I would, but I can't, so we're doing this. I gotta pick a, let's see, aspiration. We're gonna do business savvy. Yeah, we're gonna go business savvy, because we need to make money, because you're gonna find out really quick, being a YouTuber and being a Twitch streamer pays nothing for a long, long time, and you have to invest so much up front. Okay, I don't care about the biggest, fanciest home. We're gonna be living in a shack as we get started. You're talented at sarcasm. That's true! Sarcasm does work. Okay, let's pick some traits. We're gonna make her creative. We're gonna make her self-assured. And... oh... geek? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Hello, my name is Melissa Scratch. I created so many with this name. She looks... okay, that... oh man, that face. Let's change that face. I don't know what happened, but wow. She had those like super hollow cheekbones. That's a no bueno. Maybe here? That's a little better. Okay. I like that better. Wow. That was frightening. Okay. Still want to have a sarcasm off against Andrew. There's a game for that. I think it's called Oh Sir. OH space SIR. Where you and another player actually trade off insults. It's a lot of fun. It's an old game, but it was a lot of fun. Alright, I'm going to... I can't put her in Del Sol Valley because there's just no one living there. So we are going to... last one I created, I put her in Oasis Springs, like away from everything. We're going to do Willow Creek. Let's see if our friends are still here. No, it wasn't Willow Creek. Doy! Yeah, oh, you do! Okay, perfect. That would be a good one. Are you excited about the Super Bowl? Good question. I'm not a sports person, but I'm very, very excited to do the cooking video for that. Oh, shoot. Okay, we'll have to check in on our Sims friends afterwards. All right, we need a cheap plot of land because we're going to be poor for a while. There we go. Mel, what would you recommend for developers considering streaming? What are your instincts with regards to what sort of content you think people would find worthwhile? Just the fact that you're a developer streaming games is going to be a big hook for you. And I think you guys have heard me like rave about this. It's such the coolest thing in recent times is that the distance between developers and gamers has really shrunk with the with the invention of social media and streaming. All right, we're gonna have to make a cheap house because, like I said, we're gonna be poor for a while. So just the fact that you let people know that you're a developer and you're playing games, that's going to be a draw right there. But again, you have to make sure that you push it out a lot. Like not hitting them over the head, not that I think you would, of, you know, I'm a developer, da-da-da. But you can talk about, like, you know, developers take a look at, like, such and such. Or developers talk about platformers versus 3D shooters. So there's one like that, and then you can play them side by side and kind of talk about the differences, because there's so many people that want to know, like, what does it take to make a game, and just having you guys be accessible, that's going to be a huge draw for that. Plus it gives you a great platform to be able to show off your own games. And like I've always said, I'm like, oh my god, I just would live for the day that Eric streams, because that would just be so cool. And because you're going to show naturally your love for your game, and just having other people see that and react to that. Games and brands do amazingly well when people really have a strong affinity for the creators. This is where, like, cosmetic companies get into big trouble, because they figure that some figure that their product is so good that they can be an asshole on social media, and you can't, because you cannot burn those bridges, and some of them have to horrific ends. Showing your love for the product and showing your love for the community takes what's already a good product and will help it to just sell unbelievably. So I encourage a lot of developers to get on the streaming thing, because one, for me, I'm a huge nerd. I love games, and just be able to talk to a developer is so cool. This is also why the guy who played Connor in Detroit Become Human just took off on Twitch, because here was a guy who was the actor in this game, and you can interact with him. So people took their love for the character, and it's like, oh my god, we get to interact with the character! Boom! Took off immediately. And people were asking, like, what was it like creating the game and wearing the mocap, and who was your favorite actor? You know, just having access to be able to ask those kind of questions, huge. Okay. I apologize if I miss comments. If I miss anything, just please feel free to repost it. I will try my best to keep up with this. This is really tough to do both at the same time, but I hope you guys are enjoying this. Alright, we need a tiny building. There we go. Alright, let's give her the basics. Let's see, scrolling up. Sports ball is best sports ball. I wish I knew sports better, because I just don't. Okay, did I get everything? Let me scrolling back up here a little bit. I am new to making videos. Should I try doing recorded content first, or is it better to jump feet first into streaming? Good question. It all really depends on the content that you're doing. For instance, when I started doing the cooking channel, well, let me back up. If you're going to be a content creator, you have to do streaming too. There's no two ways around it. That is the best way that you're going to be able to connect with your community. So whatever your content is, find a way to be able to do part of it live on a regular basis, because like Cocktails in Consoles would not have taken off to the degree that it did were it not for streaming. I was getting like barely any viewers, and the viewers that I was getting, I knew was my extended family just doing me a favor, let's be honest. So once I added streaming, that allows, you know, people, there's a hierarchy. Getting content where you can't interact or you don't interact with your community. Very bad. I don't know why people still don't do that. Then there's pre-recorded where you're, you know, talking pretty actively with them in the comment section. And then there's live, because people want to be able to see the content live and be able to interact directly with the streamer. If they can't have this, some will take this, where they can watch the videos at their own convenience, and practically no one likes the bottom unless you're Ninja and you're just showing your top 100 kills or whatever. They know Ninja's not paying attention, nor could he. He has way too big of an audience. Where was I going with all that? So yeah, so you do have to have streaming as some part of whatever you're creating. It's going to give you the best chance to be able to find and connect with your community. Hope I answered that well. I love recording, just getting to talk about random shit. I was recording a PS2 game and went on a rant of how PS2 era games... See, that's great. Having that knowledge and speaking with such passion about it, people are going to love that. I think the only problem for you is the problem that a lot of us share is like, how do you then just connect to the people who like that content? Social media is one way. There's got to be another way though, and I think this is one of the biggest problems with YouTube and Twitch, is that it's very much a closed off environment, more so Twitch than YouTube. YouTube, you can always embed your content other places, on websites, on social media. Like, they don't have to come to the platform to watch your content. They can either watch it on those other platforms or it automatically routes them back to YouTube. I love Twitch. Let me just say that first and foremost. I love Twitch. However, one of the downsides is in their effort to try to keep people from trolling, they've kind of limited their audience. One, they don't promote, and that's not a problem just to them. It's a problem that YouTube has as well. So if you're trying to find people on Twitch, there's a very specific pool that you get to pick from, because very few people like having to create an account to be able to watch stuff, which I know is not always the case for Twitch, but for some, a lot of the case. And two, everyone's very dubious about being redirected anywhere. And on Twitch, you can't just watch that. It's not embedded on those other platforms. You have to come to the Twitch platform. So that's one of the downsides to this. Like your Twitter post and having the voice actor reply. That was so cool! Oh my god, she was so nice to talk to. Okay, I need to get some of the basics. Let's see here. So yeah, we're not going to do anything super, super fancy with her, because we're going to need every penny to be able to get us started with all the tech stuff that we need. So I'm going to throw a couple counters in here. And an oven so she can cook. And niche games like Destroy All Humans don't really work in today's gaming age. Some do. Like, for instance, I consider Undertale a niche game. And Undertale did fantastically on... that's an oven sink. I just need a basic sink. There we go. Did just amazing on YouTube. And Twitch, it still does, but I think more of their base is on YouTube. So there are some niche games that do amazing. I got a great example for you guys. ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. I'd say a fairly popular MMO, not like one of the big boys like World of Warcraft. What is it doing? I don't want to do that. Let's see. I have that, I have that, I have that. I need a trash can. However, there is a hardcore fan base for that game, and a friend of mine, Kyle Dempsey's Studios, like, his channel was doing okay. He was playing World of Warcraft. I think he had about 1,000, 2,000, something like that, followers. The second he started playing ESO and connecting with that community, his channel took off. I think he actually just made partner on Twitch, which is amazing, and super congrats to him because he's a really good streamer. But ESO helped him to connect to that community who start to resonate more with him as a streamer than they are with just the game. The game is what brings you and the community together. What keeps the community staying is you as the streamer or you as the content creator. They could find tons of other people playing ESO anywhere else, but you playing ESO is what keeps them there. Okay, so we have enough there for food. We're gonna need the bathroom basics. Yeah, a full-time ESO streamer. That's amazing. It's very hard for people to go full-time now who aren't, at least on YouTube, let's just say, abusing policy. And that's not aimed at anyone specifically. I'm thinking about, like, the Paul brothers and shit like that, which is kind of ruining YouTube to a degree. Alright, let me grab that so that way we can clean ourselves. Alright, we have that, we have that, we have that, we need a bed. Like, we're going bare basics because we're going to put everything we have into our setup. Alright, it's uncomfortable. Teen dream single, yeah. Tiny little bed. Oh, lordy. I hate the colors red and blue together. But there, we'll throw that in there. Promoted. Would you still consider would you still consider trying to stream as well on my channel? Do you mean would I recommend you? Oh, wait. Okay, there's a message before that. As far as streaming goes, just because with my work schedule, I don't really have a day where I can stream. But as you know, I do the weekly Thursday with Guy on his channel. With both our channels being promoted, would you still consider trying to stream as well on my own channel? Yes. Because you don't use VidCam. Now, I know I've been to a couple of your guys' streams, and you are very good about interacting with chat, but there's a relationship that can come from kind of interacting with them one-on-one. And the same for Guy, too. So that when you guys come together, you're kind of bringing together those two universes to be something more than just, you know, the sum of the parts. So highly recommend that. What do you think about charity streams helping? Either run by the streamer or run by the developer, like what Fail Better Games is doing with this week's Sunless Skies release. Oh, they're doing a charity stream? That is awesome. I love charity streams. That's actually one of the things that really got me into doing YouTube. I like being able to interact with people and making them smile, but it was watching one charity stream that Game Grumps did, and I just saw, like, it was amazing the amount of love and support and hell, even just the pure amount of money that they were able to raise for these charities. Like, wow, being a creator and being a streamer can do amazing things for a lot of people and do a lot of good. Highly recommend doing charity streams. The only thing I would say you got to be very careful about, for those of you guys going to charity streams, not that I'm saying that Fail Better Studios would do this, but I have seen other other people do this, is as a creator, as a streamer, make sure that the link that you provide just goes straight to the charity. That way it gives people the comfort that, okay, so when I'm giving the money, I'm not giving the money to the streamer and hoping that they turn it around to the charity. So that automatically solves that question for them. And the best way to do that, I found, is Streamlabs OBS does have some automatically integrated. I think Extra Life is already integrated in that, so you can build that in through your Streamlabs OBS where the money goes directly there and the notifications pop up, which is really cool because you really want to be able to reward and incentivize people who donate. If you can't get that, Tiltify is another great source. the alerts sometimes work, sometimes don't work, but it gives you access to a whole bunch of different charities. I think this is what Ken used when he did his charity stream. And like I said, the links go directly to the charities, so, you know, it's just open disclaimers to everyone that the money's going directly to charity. It's not going through us, because there have been streamers who have abused that before, and it was just absolutely disgusting. Failbetter is donating something like £1. They're British. Oh my god, they're British? I gotta watch that. For every hour that people stream the game. Really? Oh my god. I'd love to help out with that. See, that is amazing. That is the perfect union of, you know, a company doing well, and they're gonna profit off of that as well, because they're gonna get so much exposure off of the game, like people just naturally wanting to help, and other people coming to the streams and checking out the game. So the goal of raising money for others is going to be, it's going to be forefront, and it's going to be done. And as a byproduct of that, great promotion for them, unbelievably great promotion for them. Oh, Amaranth. She wasn't the one breaking the terms of service. This was back in, if you're talking about who broke the no-no charity rule, I don't remember the specific name, but there have been cases of that in the past. She breaks a whole lot of other things. I really, really hate that Twitch promotes her as they do, because not only is that breaking their own terms of service, but what she does is so terrible. And you're wondering, like, what the heck is she talking about? So, Amaranth is a streamer on Twitch who sometimes does, is it Just Dance or Dance Dance Revolution? I think it's Just Dance. So she does Just Dance streams where she dances. However, she charges people for the experience. If she doesn't have so many subs, she will just cancel the stream. The only way you get dances is you guys have to donate so much money first before she does that, and she's not that good at it. And by the way, her subs reward, if you sub, you get access to her Snapchat. I have not been to her Snapchat, but just that alone, you can probably guess the content that's on there. It's disgusting. It demeans the experience of streamers. So people looking at that are going to assume that tons of other streamers do that too. It's just really bad juju. There's nothing to look at either. I'm not going to weigh in on that, but as a person who does dancing, it really annoys me that she's not a good dancer. Okay, so we have our basic building set up here. I'm not going to put in windows because as much as I love natural light for filming, it's unreliable, so we have to completely control the lighting. So there's a tip for you guys. If you get into creating videos or streaming, get ready to invest in some lights, because you got to be able to control the lighting at all times. While natural light is best, you only get it for a certain amount of time during the day, and unless you can tell the sun exactly where to be in the sky, you're gonna have to go with high wattage, not even high wattage, but bulbs that run on the higher end spectrum, so what they call blue light or blue tinged light. So you have your normal lights, run at a higher, on the higher spectrum, it's blue light or more towards natural sunlight. Run on the lower spectrum or run cooler, you get that nasty yellow light, which always looks terrible in videos, and you have to spend so much time color balancing or white balancing your cameras to be able to compensate. So, and you can get them cheap too. I get all my lighting through Target, but just find the ones that say either like HD daylight or that have the higher, I forget what the, it's not wattage, but it's something else. They do run hotter than others. Should buy at least a $5 grand PC for your sim. We will eventually get there. Thankfully, with a lot of the video editors and streaming platforms in this day and age, you really don't need like a super, super high-end computer. So that's a place where a lot of people tend to get stuck, is they think, oh my god, I need the best of all equipment, otherwise people aren't going to like your content. Them liking your content and having the best of the like tech stuff, two separate things. Just make sure you have a somewhat decent mic, and you can get a decent mic for like 50-60 bucks. As your channel starts to do better, you can always upgrade and get a better mic, but you really don't need super high-end tech. What does this music remind me of? Friday the 13th? I know, it kind of does, doesn't it? Okay, so we have that set up. So let's set up our streaming area. Now this one is, for me, it's one of the hardest ones to find. Where is the streaming stuff? Apologies if I missed any comments. Some of these take a little bit of time to kind of talk in depth on the tips and tricks. Oh, that's right. She needs a TV for general merriment and amusement. And to eat. Oh girl, no, I got a great mic. At least it sounds great when I listen back for like $7 on eBay. Really? Congrats! What kind of mic is it? That's really good. See, like I said, you don't need super high-end tech for being a content creator or a streamer. Is it helpful to upgrade your tech as you go? Yes, but make sure... make sure the fruit is worth the squeeze, I think is how someone said it to me, which basically equates to invest if it's something you're super passionate in, but at a certain point it does make sense to invest as the channel starts to reward, because otherwise you can find yourself going broke really, really easy. Because you just get so into it that you want to keep investing in your channel, but at the detriment to what? And we're about to find out here. It was a headset mic. I think y'all mean like an actual microphone. Yes, like an actual microphone. You can do it with a headset. Sometimes it's not that great because the mic is literally right here, so you get all the lip smacking sounds. There's no pop filter. Don't be like me and breaking the... Yeah, and I did it too. I went super high-end on everything, and I realized pretty quickly the if you build it, they will come doesn't work, and channels can be profitable, but the overnight success happens about the same, with the same ratio of people winning the lottery. It can happen, but banking on that happening is not advisable at all. Okay, where the hell is the video? Let me search. I don't know why. This is always the hardest thing to find. Oh, here we go. The More Choices Video Station. This video station lets you create videos for online viewing pleasure. Create sad videos. Create inspiring videos. I don't know anyone who creates sad videos. That's weird. Give fashion tips. Review your toys. Buy a chair first. It's kind of required. Or... the More Views video station, the one-stop shop for making videos and getting views. By the way, be very afraid of anyone who guarantees you views. They're selling you something. And often that doesn't turn around. Like MCNs are a fucking joke. I recommend no one get into an MCN ever. You'll find a lot of them are getting into trouble right now because they're shady, shady practices. Be sure to check what's hot to cater to fanboys and fangirls everywhere. Alright. Not because it's guaranteeing us views, but because we can actually search for what's trending, and that's going to be useful. Alright. Let's see. Put that about there. Liana World, welcome! How you doing? It makes such a difference in sound quality of my vids, and I'm so happy. That's great! I've only used headsets, okay, so we bring that up. That my first mic and my old videos have that. No. I'm not saying that against you specifically. I'm just letting people know, because some people have used cheap headsets. Not saying yours were. I'm just saying that there are other people who that's all that they had. But yeah, the mic was like halfway in their mouth. And so if you have the option between a headset or a stand mic, I recommend a stand mic. Sorry, I swear I did not mean it like that. Okay. We've got to do something about these walls. Now, I don't know if the background actually does play into the game in making it like more or less successful, but I'm gonna do it because I'm imagining what my video would look like, and I need a background. Let's see, we don't need anything super fancy, just something that gives us a little bit of visual difference between the streamer and the background. By the way, investing in your background for doing videos, there's a lot of value in that too. You don't have to go crazy, you can do it a pretty easy setup. Like if you see any beauty vlogger, it's really just their room, but they've decorated a little bit in the places that are visible, and they put in some lights, so when they do that super tight focus where the person streaming or the person creating the video is perfectly in view, but everything like immediate behind them is that blurred effect. I think they call that S-stop. I don't know, I don't understand cameras. To this day, I still understand cameras. So you get that nice blurry light. Definitely can help. It's a nice cheap way to be able to kind of up the production value of your videos a little bit. By the way, I don't like the background of my cooking videos. I will say that right now. I'm working on overhauling that. I was just saying that for the second mine I got, I was able to get... Oh, okay, cool. I just want to make sure I didn't offend you. I did not realize how that sounded until right then. So sorry about that. Let's see. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Not gray. Not red. I don't want to do... I love teal, but teal always, for me, reminds me of a bathroom. God, I don't want gray. We'll go with pink. We'll be that girly girl. See, I'm only putting this exactly where it will be in frame. Okay. Let's see. So we've got that set up. We need a chair, because they did tell us we have to have a chair. Where is our chairs? There's our chairs. If you're going to be in a chair for a while, I'm going to do something a little bit comfortable. And this is especially for Sims, because... God damn, why can't I not add a chair? Oh, it already added a chair. Oh, cool. Your character is going to spend a lot of time not only filming, but also editing. So having things around that naturally make them happier, or they take care of some of those sim qualities, is going to be very useful. For instance, what I like to put immediately nearby, when I can find it, is... Here it is. Fun 5, Environment 4. It's a little costly, but this is really gonna help. Because just standing next to this is gonna make her happy. And we're gonna need that. So we'll put that there. Okay. So we have the background. Was there anything else? Let's decorate a little bit. Just thinking about kind of the backdrop of... I should say this. If you're being a content creator versus a streamer, your background for a streamer can be minimalist, because you're more in the game than anything else. But if you're doing like talking videos or things like that, you're going to want to invest in a background. But again, you don't have to go high end on that. Just a couple of lights, maybe a fixture here or there, and you've got it. As long as it looks clean is what people are going to like. And I saw people who are newer than me for streaming because they are playing the flavor. Should I just stream that despite the game not being my forte? You can. There's pros and there's cons to that. That's a really good question. So, if I were to just pick up right now and become a Fortnite streamer, I would unbelievably hurt my chances. One, I'm not good at it. 2, I don't enjoy the game. And the combination of both of that is going to take all those people who love Fortnite and turn them off of my channel almost instantaneously. Will it help me to connect to some new people that hopefully they like my personality through all that? Yeah, there's a chance. More so on YouTube than on Twitch, and I keep finding this every time, and this is why I try not to stream new games as soon as they come out. As you guys saw, Resident Evil 2, the remake, came out, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna do something different. Everyone's gonna be streaming just the vanilla one that comes out. I'm gonna do the noir one, because I love noir, and as they're going through the people who are playing Resident Evil 2, mine is gonna be one of the few that are gonna stand out, because it's in black and white, where everyone else is in color. So people might look at that and be like, oh, what's this? We had 10 viewers the whole night, and like 9 of them are you guys, so... Twitch, yeah, it's very weight balanced. The bigger streamers tend to continue to be the bigger streamers because everything on Twitch is based off of the game. YouTube is a little friendlier on that side, not by much because their algorithm is still weird. Twitch, unless people come find you outside of Twitch, if you're looking for them to find you inside of Twitch, I actually don't recommend playing the most popular game the second that it's out. If you happen to be good at it, and if you like it, definitely do that. But be careful because you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into, I play Fortnite, everyone knows me as a Fortnite streamer, if I want to go do something else, and you guys have seen this with Ninja, tons and tons and tons of views whenever he does Fortnite. Anytime he does anything not Fortnite, bam, that number drops unbelievably fast. And I've seen in his chat where people are like, why aren't you playing Fortnite? Well, I only like you because of Fortnite. Gotta be careful. If there's one game that you are passionate enough about doing to the exclusion of everything else, feel free to do that. Just remember, that comes with a lot of risk. A lot of risk. My phone was sitting on my couch. Ah, you might have butt muted her. I hate YouTube character limits on it. Yeah, it can suck. I knew my vids weren't amazing in sound or quality. Funny enough, I used to actually stream everything I record. Oh, that's cool, because I didn't know that I could do that off of the PS4 alone, but I know that even with bad audio and very beginner-esque quality, I had passion. Passion is going to be what gets you through it. Now that I've moved to actually recording videos and better audio with the same passion, I've definitely grown. That's great! So you're seeing it pay it back. That's awesome. Alright, I need some deco. Let's see. We don't need to go too crazy on the decorations, but I need something in here, because just for me looking at this is boring. Picking up cat toys off the floor so I could vacuum. Let's see, we can throw that in here. That's gonna look nice and pretty. Where's the one that... Not that one. There's one like that. Environment 2. Okay. Ah, the exotic fronds. That's right. Alright. I know our video is technically... Our camera's pointing that way, which is such a weird angle. But some people do that because they have their playback using their monitor. Like a lot of beauty vloggers do that. But I can't match that angle, so we're going to just pretend she's standing straight on. Here we go. Alright, so we've got that and that. We don't have to worry about the floor, because the floor's not going to show up in the video. Couple of lights. We don't need too much, because we have to get studio lighting. I love tripod floor lamps. They're so pretty! Actually, let me do this. Pick that up. We'll move this over. We're gonna put that. I wouldn't recommend this kind of setup because unless we're using that high voltage bulb, you're not gonna have yellow in your video that you're gonna have to remove. But it looks pretty in the shot, so we'll keep it. And on terms of streaming, I also think that people should not make a character. Yes! Oh, that has failed for a lot of people. Well, that's where PewDiePie himself even got in trouble with that. because he was playing a role, but people didn't know that he was playing a role because his username didn't indicate that. Like, you think about Dr. Disrespect. You can understand that he is playing a role because it's in his name, Dr. Disrespect. So you kind of set your expectations that however he's being is more than likely a character that he's playing. Whereas PewDiePie, you just thought that was PewDiePie. So people were looking at that going, God, why is he coming across like such an ass? Well, he's playing a character, but it's not evident that he's playing a character. So there's nothing wrong with playing a character. There's some people who have done some amazing stuff on YouTube. There's one guy, I don't know what game he was playing. It wasn't like Fallout or something like that, but it was a game similar to that, where he would play as the cop, but he's role-playing as the cop in the game. It's so damn funny, and a lot of people love watching it. It does like crazy amount of views. He could do other content other than that. That's what he's going to be known for. So you can play a character to a certain extent, but one, it may pigeonhole you, and two, if you do that, you have to make sure in the name it's pretty evident that you're playing a character. Now I miss Dr. Anime. I don't know if I've ever seen Dr. Anime. Wow, this must be the most boring background I've ever made for a video. But, you know what, we're gonna roll with it. We do need a light here in the bathroom, because I need to be able to see when I pee. So let's see. Where did my little tiny light go? That's expensive. I had like a $50 light that I always used. Part of the challenge with Sims is that you tend to get so much stuff, you can never find things anymore. Need 2 cats to bother Belle. Right? There it is. There's truth in that. And a couple people have asked for me to get the Cats and Dogs expansion. I might do that. Now, in terms of streaming, I also think people should not... Oh, yeah, we covered that. Cool. Best way to earn views, though, have your parents whip a stuffed animal at you. Oh, yeah. Some of the bad things that people have done on YouTube for views, and that's one of them. Not that there's anything wrong with family vlogs. They tend to do really well, but there are people who will abuse that, and those people need to go to jail for the rest of their lives. Okay, so we have a door coming in. We've got TVs that they can watch, that they can sit and eat. We have a bed. We have counter space. We've got stuff to cook. Hey, welcome back, Callum. I never knew your hair was this long. It has gotten really, really long. Well, it's also because I just recently flat ironed it. My hair is normally super, super curly. So when I flat iron it, it looks so long, but I need, it badly needs a trim. It's, oh, the ends are so fried. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do every one of the 7 sins. Woohoo! Views! Yeah. They're, like, everyone jumping on the 100 baby challenge. Game challenges are not bad, but again, it goes back to, do you like the game? And yeah, really, do you like the game? Because if you don't like the game, and you can't make that interesting, if it's fake or if it's false, viewers spot it instantly, and they'll be like, nope, we're out. I was thinking more at your breakfast video, how you had, I believe you said your mom throw, oh, that's, yes, I forgot that one. Sorry, I thought you were talking about some of the stuff that's been going on in YouTube lately. That was fun. Those videos are really, really hard to edit because they take so much editing, but man, they're fun to do. Okay, let's go ahead and have our person, oh, we gotta pick a, Melissa doesn't have a job. Melissa's gonna need a job. So we're gonna join a career. Now, I'm gonna join a career that is going to allow us to work from home, but we're not gonna allow her to work from home because I want you guys to see just how time intensive it is to do, not so much streaming, pre-recorded content. And again, it's, if you only, oh, there's something I'll talk about in a little bit. Doing only streaming versus doing only pre-recorded content and then doing both. What gives you the best payoff? We're going to talk about that in a second. Let's ignore this. Yeah, Tide Pod Challenge. Oh, the YouTube Kids. Yeah, YouTube has its share of problems. Not saying that Twitch doesn't either, but... Okay, so we're going to be a style influencer, because I do know this does allow us to work from home eventually. But we're not going to do that first off, because we're going to show you the importance of setting a schedule, which I fail it all the time. Okay. Discuss outfits or fashion. Not started. Fantastic. Yeah, let's accept the assignment. Interview 3 Sims. Cool. Let me find 3 Sims to interview. Ooh! Okay, so in the Get Famous, the whole thing is to really get famous. So, there's going to be super famous people walking around that are all shiny. Let's attempt an introduction. The condom snorting challenge. Oh my god. The aluminum foil. Yeah. It just... shit that people do for views is really disgusting at a certain point. But unfortunately, you will never... that will never go away until people change, sadly. Because stuff like that will have its own dedicated fan base, and it's really disgusting. Let's see if we can get a selfie. So, as we go through this in Get Famous, what's going to help us is increasing our own fame, because that's going to help us with our content. So everything we do, we're always going to talk about on social media. And there's a reason for that, too, that actually plays in the real world. Thought we were bad doing the cinnamon challenge. I know, right? Okay. Now, I need to interview people for the job. Friendly introduction. Why is he embarrassed? I miss the days of where the worst thing was planking. Discuss outfit. Okay. The keto challenge. I should do a keto recipe on the cooking channel. So, this is actually a really huge thing for, especially Instagrammers, but also plays for YouTube as well. The reason why people on Instagram do as well as they do is that they're creating the image of a lifestyle. So, part of the reason why people love soap operas, and as I'm finding out, love The Sims, is because they're getting to see a life beyond their own. Which sounds weird, but I don't mean it that way. Like, the Kardashians. Part of the reason why people really love watching the Kardashians, like, they want to see the lifestyle of someone who's, like, super rich and famous. But you don't have to be rich and famous for people to be interested in your life. This is where vloggers do really, really well. So just sharing parts of your life and your day with people on social media is a great way to kind of connect with your audience. Like if you're going out and having brunch, like taking a picture or showing what you're having and talking about that. It's really fun for people because it allows them to interact and share what they're doing. So we're going to do that in here as well. You'll get converted. It's a cult. Well, isn't keto to some basic degree really just Atkins? I don't know, and I really should do a video on that and just kind of like educate myself. Because that's just my assumption, and I know that's not 100%. It's supposed to be some way you constantly keep your body in a state of ketosis, which I always heard was a bad thing, especially if you're diabetic, but I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't. Okay, how many people did I interview? I only interviewed one? Oh, I interviewed you. Okay. Enough of you. I'm gonna interview this child. Basically can't eat any carbs, just fat and protein, yeah. Just basically Atkins. Let's discuss your outfit, 6-year-old. Because I'm sure that's what my employer wants. So no carbonara. Oh, a life without carbonara is a life that's not worth living. Alright, so we talked to him. Why is it not giving me credit for interviewing? Let's talk to that chick who just threw something into the pond. What the hell was that? Oh, I do love her skirt and boot combo. That's very nice. I'm not getting any reward. What the hell? I'm trying to do my job here. Can't have most sushi either. Well, I'll keep the pounds. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Interview. Interview Nancy. So, now that we have a moment, let's talk the difference between pre-recorded content versus streaming versus doing both. Because, wait, no, stop watching TV! You got shit to do! Interview! You have a job. So which is better? Pre-recorded, streaming, or both? What I recommend to everyone is both. The reason for that, if you love doing streaming, that is wonderful, because like I said, it's the top tier of what people like, that interactivity and the access to the game. However, if all you're doing is streaming, your content is not working for you afterwards. You're basically not getting paid unless you're online, which means now a lot of your time is being manipulated. And if you're just streaming, you're going to wind up spending as much time or even more than if you were doing pre-recorded. Now let's flip that over. If you're only doing pre-recorded content, your reach is not as good as it would be if you added in streaming, because like I said, streaming, because it's that top tier of what people want, will get you the most connection and interactivity with new people. So here's what I recommend. If you want to go if you want to go with a heavier emphasis on streaming, what I recommend is after you get done streaming, take the clips, like the fun laugh out loud or the oh my god moments, and make a sizzle reel. You can put that on Twitch and you can put that on YouTube, and then that way the content that you make as you're streaming will continue to do work for you, meaning it's stuff that you can share so new people can find you. It's stuff that you can put on YouTube so you're getting that ad revenue. It's the best way to do it. And again, I know I'm breaking my own rules because the only sizzle reel I have, I just use as the intro to streaming, which is something I highly recommend as well. If you go only pre-recorded, you're going to be missing out on the connection of if you're streaming. So streaming also allows you to talk about your upcoming videos. So as you can see through the streams, I can talk about like new videos that have gone live, new videos that are about to go live. So you're building that expectation and you're having those talking points with people through your stream. So that's how you can use both to your advantage, depending on which you'd rather be, more pre-recorded or more streaming. You're gonna ultimately need both. Okay, back into the game. So we interviewed all of our people. Now, is she happy? Are we looking good? Okay, we're going to upgrade our set just a little bit because we need the lights. Why can I not? Oh man, come on. Buy add-on component, there it is. HD camera or ring light? If I had to prioritize, and let's look at our money, I have to prioritize. We're gonna go with ring light. Because lighting, I'll append what I said. Lighting and audio are gonna be the two strongest things for you. I think I have enough I can possibly do. No, we need the studio box lights. There we go. Now we've got the lighting. You know what? I'm gonna go ham. Let's do the HD camera too. Alright, so to get us started, first off, we need to start building some interest, which means we need to create our social media. So our girl is going to add to Simstagram story. Keto diet is weird and can have drawbacks if you ever fall off it. While I was living with my parents, my mom tried it to make sure she had some support for it, I went on the diet as well. Really? How'd that work for you? Here we go, on the road to fame. Sims now have the ability to become celebrities. There are many different ways to become a celebrity. As your Sims progress in their skills and careers, more paths to stardom will become available. Some great ways to become famous include pursuing a career in acting or raising the media production skill via the video station or music stations. Look for interactions labeled with the fame. Okay. We need some fish. Purchase fish. Fully stock. There we go. Now she'll be super happy. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. So we need to do a little bit of research. So we're going to go study trends. So if you do the video production, you have to study trends. Because that's going to tell you which kind of videos to make. They're going to give you the best bang for your buck in the game. Like we talked about before, don't try to do a video just to do a video. If you don't love it, people will see it and okay. Let's see. You can continue building media production. That's great. The followings are now trending: painting, beauty reviews, photography, and playful vlog. We're not in a playful mood, so we're going to do a beauty review. Just lights. Let's do bright white because we're doing a beauty vlog. And let's record a video. And we're going to do beauty tips. No difference from me, but for her, she did lose some weight, but she had to go off it due to budget and medical reasonings. Ah, so once we got off the diet, tried to get carbs back and meals was hard. Really? What if this smell becomes famous and this other guy's become friends of this smell? I thought it would allow me to kind of connect the two worlds, but apparently not. Okay, so while she's filming, I'm gonna take a bite. Stop rubbing your nose on my arm, cat. No, you can't have this. This is my breakfast. So I'm just trying to spoon the mic. Let's check out our girl. By the way, the only time I recommend getting a ring light is when you're doing videos where you're this close to the camera. Other than that, you don't need it. They're very expensive. Box lights are nice. That's these things right here. But they take up so much space that you almost have to have a dedicated room to film in. Which is great, but if you're like me and you barely have like this much space, I just use standard lamps that I get over at Target, and I just get the high wattage bulbs, and pretty much takes care of it. So one thing I will say is if you start off wanting to create videos, when we're talking about timing, if you want to make a 10-minute video, which that's kind of the sweet spot for YouTube, you're going to need to record at least 3x of time to be able to get down to that 10 minutes. Because unless you're running off of a very tight script, you're going to have to cut stuff out. So if you want a 10-minute video, automatically assume you're going to have to film 30 minutes of content. Then, times that by 3, that's how much time you're going to have to spend in editing, which I think this game does a really good job of simulating that, because watch us recording. We're going to take an hour to record, and editing is going to take at least 2 to 3 hours. So, plan accordingly, both in game and in real life. Pre-recorded, unless you're doing gaming. Gaming works really, really fast. Well, it's the fastest of all the content you can put up. Vlogs is the worst. Vlogs take a lot of time to edit. Just be prepared. Okay, we have to name our video. We'll say, what's new with NARS? Check out my review of the new NARS blush. There we go. I'm really happy editing doesn't really affect me right now. Editing is the bane of my existence. That's why my videos have been coming up so much later and later and later, is because they just take so much time to edit. Whoa, it got dark. Okay, so we have our video. Now we need to edit. But she's gonna eat first, and that's probably a good idea. Because editing is gonna take a while. So let's go ahead and make her some dinner. She's gonna have a garden salad. That old adage that the camera adds 10 pounds is very true. I don't look this wide in person. Just when I thought Connor couldn't get more hyper, my brother gave him a catnip ball. Oh dear God. Jesus, there's gonna be more blood than tomatoes in this dish. Meanwhile, Guy, on the other hand, edits like an old woman. We have so many gaming videos from last year, and they're only getting just uploaded. Wow. Well, college, yeah. And you're going to see, as we go through our job, that unless you have the benefit of a work-from-home kind of a situation, it's going to be tough to get videos up as fast. However, you do not have to put up new videos every day. I went off the rails on this when I got started because I thought, okay, I have to upload constantly. People have to constantly see new content from me, otherwise they'll forget about me. That's often the biggest fear. It burned me out. My content wasn't as good. And even the Game Grumps has been suffering from that. Like, I stopped watching them for a while because they were putting up 2 videos a day, plus some kind of vlog setup, and it got to the point they just ran out of stuff to talk about. So their commentary on their games was boring. So they've come back and they said, look, we're going to slim down the amount of content that we're releasing, but we're doing it very strategically. So now they're down to like 1 video a day, but it's different things now. And then Saturdays and Sundays still have their standard 2 videos a day. But they're introducing live streaming, which they didn't do a lot of before, which was a missed opportunity, especially in gaming. Their content is fresher because now they're not struggling to find things to talk about. So if the game isn't providing you stuff to talk about, then you gotta take from your own life to be able to fill those silences. So you don't need to upload daily. Streaming's another matter. You have to be pretty prevalent and constantly out there, otherwise you will get lost in the mix. But pre-recorded, there's a different expectation with the viewer. Hey, Officer Dan, what's up? Aw, how are you doing? I've been lurking here while I've been eating lunch. What you eating? Yeah, it is a violent salad. My God, she should not be allowed near anything. So let's talk about and share on our social media about how I amazingly barely have a hand after making lunch. That's why the streams are a great thing. We always do that every week. So even if there's no actual uploads, there's always 2 streams a week. That's good. And streaming can be that content during the week, which is, it's a great one too. All right, you guys ready for this? It is 8 o'clock. Let's see how long it takes us to be able to edit our video, because we have to get it out today because the trends are going to change tomorrow and then we're going to lose all of this. Where's my... It's in my inventory, I think. Not that. Where's my video? Let's hype new video. I don't know what happened to it. I think I have to record all over again. That sucks. And reply to comments. Just Jack in the Box. Ooh, that sounds good. Would be view video inventory? Possibly. I don't know why it wouldn't allow me to see it though. have fish. Where's my videos? Oh, view video inventory. There we go. Edit. Thank you. I sometimes getting through this thing. This is so cool because I use Sony Vegas. You don't need anything that robust, and I'm thinking I don't need anything that robust. But it has the same kind of layout, which I appreciate. So another great tip and trick, since we're talking about editing, something that I love doing is, as you're recording, as you come across something funny or something like really, really interesting, if it's a good standalone piece, like you don't need a lot of context for it to be funny or a lot of context for it to make sense, I love putting that at the beginning of the video before the intro, which I still haven't finished for cooking from scratch, because the normal drop-off of anyone watching a video is in the first minute. So for you guys who are content creators, you guys will see, like, after the first minute, expect that it's going to drop. It's just a natural thing. Like, people will click in. If they're not invested immediately, they'll go do something else and they'll click out. That's why YouTube switched to watch time in terms of paying for AdSense rather than clicks, because people could just put up, you know, a busty clad woman in their thumbnail. As long as someone clicked on it, they got paid, and the content may have been horrible. So stop it, get down. So I totally support YouTube changing the watch criteria to watch time rather than clicks. Get down. However, there is still that drop off right at the 1 minute. So within the 1 minute, if you can make your viewers laugh or be like surprised or anticipated about something, building that anticipation in the first minute, that's going to help you a lot to keep that retention nice and high. Plus, it's also a great time to subtly invite people to subscribe. And there's a reason why I say it this way. It has become standard practice for a lot of YouTubers that, like, before you even see the video, and you guys have heard my rant on this, they want you to like, comment, subscribe, share, ring that notification bell, donate a kidney, all that kind of stuff. It's too many calls to action. You can't ask that from a viewer when they haven't even seen the video. So again, prioritizing the calls to action is going to be super important. We'll cover that again in another one. This video has been edited. Okay, it's 10:40. We got to get this video uploaded now. Upload video. Yeah, you can't go to bed, girl. We gotta work. I do like Sony Vegas. It's very robust. What was I saying with that? So one thing, because I don't like hitting people over the head with subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. But a way that I found to be able to do that in a way that's not like grating on viewers is, and you might see it down here or you'll see it in my videos, is I worked with a really great designer to come up with a little GIF. So it's the little chibi version of me who comes up with, she flips something in her pan, it's a heart, and then when it hits the plate, it says subscribe, and then she goes away. I love that, and I found that to have the best return on results for getting people to subscribe, because it's a subtle hint of, hey, subscribe. It doesn't tell you what you get if you subscribe. That's one downside, but it at least is enough there to be that subtle, friendly reminder to subscribe, rather than saying, don't forget to subscribe, or please subscribe before you leave. You start to sound like a used car dealership, you know what I mean? So if you can, and there's a lot of great graphic designers out there that can do this. If you guys like some recommendations, let me know. I know of a couple. I'm not being sponsored to say this, by the way. It's a great, great, great tactic. I do at the end of my video. Is that bad? It's not going to give you the best bang for your buck, because once people sense that a video is wrapping up, and I do this too, I click off the video. So that's another good tip, is make the end of your video super short and super succinct, because the second that people sense that the video is wrapping up, where a lot of people tend to put their calls to action, you're not alone in that. Almost everyone puts their calls to action either at the very, very beginning or at the very, very end. The second people start to hear that spiel, they're gone. So if you can kind of find ways to put the calls to action intermixed into the video, it's going to give you the best bang for your buck. The ending, you can tease what the next video is, so there's incentive for them to be able to watch all the way through, or better yet, put bloopers at the end. That is really, really great, because again, it incentivizes them to work for you, starts in 1 hour. We're going to go to work. We can work from home, but again, I'm not going to allow us to. We're going to go to work, because I want you guys to see what this is like in terms of the time investment. So, for instance, as you're recording, you can talk about, you know, oh wow, that was, you know, that was so cool. Hey, if you guys know someone who can pull off this trick, feel free to hit the share button and send them the link. It's a way to do the call to action, which highlights the incentive rather than just constantly asking people for it. And that's where I think a lot of YouTubers tend to kind of lose the forest through the trees, is that they're thinking about what it is for them to get the subscribes, the views, the likes, all that. But you got to think about it from the viewer perspective of what does it do for the viewer? Because the viewers are in control. They don't care about what it does for you, nor should they. What does it do for the viewer? Hey, we've got a good, like, the Super Bowl. So we've got 2 great recipes coming for our Super Bowl video, which is going up hopefully by Wednesday, where we take classic Super Bowl fare and we give it the regionality twist. So LA Rams are going to have the mango habanero hot wings, and for New England, we're going to do little bite-sized lobster rolls. If you guys would like to get the notification when it goes live, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. That's the incentive to you. If that's something that you'd like, the incentive to click on subscribe is now it shows up in your playlist. Versus me just saying, hey, subscribe, like, all that. Hello, I'm contacting you. Oh, yeah, the earbuds. I want the earbuds. I always base my videos off the drop-off. I always aim to impress the minute, but for stat-wise, I ignore the first minute. That's fair. Like I said, almost everyone has drop-off immediately after the first minute. Whereas live streaming, you get better retention. You use Sony Vegas too? Awesome. I would love... Oh, Eric, that would be a great one! And this is one that's really going to help for developers too. Showing people what it takes to, on YouTube in creating a game. Because a lot of people would love to see, like, how do you make a character move? How do you design a level? If you're going to be working on it anyways, why not live stream it? Yeah, I mean, your productivity isn't going to be as great, but what that does for you in terms of free marketing is unparalleled. The one thing I relate this to a lot, what's this? Oh, take a photo? Okay. Are these my earbuds? I think these are my earbuds. Let's put in our earbuds and let's listen to some jazz. There's a YouTuber called Dead Meat, who all he does is just reviews of deaths in horror movies. It's a really great channel, and I absolutely love what he does. He's very, very good with his editing. But when he edits, he live streams that. His interactivity is not always the best. He tries to keep up with chat, but his chat is going so fast. God, I'm just having her on the rabbit diet. All she's having is salads. Let's see if she can hopefully not cut her hand off. Oh, we also need to... social media. And you gotta use the social media for more than just posting links about your videos and stuff like that, because people will tune that out. Share stuff about your life. Use social media to interact with people. We can go into depth on that later. Since he's going to be editing anyways, live streaming that gives him even more bang for his buck. He's getting the editing done. People are getting to see clips of the upcoming video. And I asked him about this too. I said, do you find that retention falls off if people are watching the editing while you're doing this? And he says, no. If anything, it's even stronger because they're going to want to see the whole thing start to finish. So they're seeing clips of it in here while I'm editing, and then they're going to come back and watch the whole video. And I thought that was cool. Yeah, cool. We're grooving, but you need to eat, woman, because you got to get a video out. So if it's something you're going to be doing anyways, live stream it. Like, my editing process is not that thrilling, and most times I'm just like sitting here hunched over like this while I'm editing, so I don't live stream while I edit. Also because my computer can't handle it, but give it a shot. I mean, who knows? Some people really love watching that kind of stuff, because people have questions of, how do you edit videos? Another tip for anyone in chat who wants to become a content creator like some of us, make sure to interact with viewers. God, yes. I don't understand content creators and streamers who absolutely will not interact with the community. It's so bad. Unless you are Ninja, that shit don't work. And the only way Ninja became Ninja was because at some point he was actually interacting with people. I mean, yes, but I would live stream and love an editing live stream just because you're fun to hang out with. That's sweet. I mean, I may give it a shot, because God knows these cooking videos do take a long time to edit. And since I'm going to be here editing anyways, I may give that a shot. Does a well-written, created about page also make a channel look good? It helps. It not only does it help you to be able to convey what the schedule is and what's like some of the rules and all that kind of stuff. Well, something about that. If it's on YouTube, it absolutely helps with SEO, or being able for people to be able to search and find you. I'll throw this. I'd be there for an editing. Really? Oh, okay. Cool. Yay! Well, Tuesday night. No, I can't do that because I don't want to stream over. I'll find the time and we'll do it. Because it'll be kind of fun to show you guys like the whole editing process. Where's I going with all this? Shoot. Personally, I've really lost interest in his channel. I feel like he's gotten a bit big for his britches there. Yeah, he's lost touch. It's a hard life. It really is. People think it's, just caviar and champagne. Ooh, no. And again, what would I know? I'm so tiny. But me feeling this, being this tiny, is what he must feel being this big. Like, it's exponential. Where was I going with all this? Oh, tip for you guys. So everyone talks about, like, thumbnails versus titles. What do people actually react to, and what does both of those do for you? Thumbnail is the first thing that people are going to see, because people, again, that prioritization, video, picture, text. People will sometimes look at text, like Twitter's a great example. How fast do you normally scroll through your Twitter feed, but you only stop when you see a picture, and you definitely stop when you see a moving picture or video. So because we're dealing with thumbnails and titles, thumbnails what the people are going to see first and emotionally respond to. What the title does for you is only searchability. So the title is very important, but you don't have to name it something like, oh my god, guess what I did? You can put that in the picture. The title has to be, what are people searching for on Google? And there's a bunch of really good plugins that you guys can use to be able to find out what people are searching for. Like when I did the thing for Eggs Benedict. I typed in Eggs Benedict, and on the side it shows me how people are searching for that. What is getting the most views, and what has the best CPM. Now, CPM is important when you guys actually become partnered and you get ad revenue, but we're going to hold that off for another video because that's a huge thing in itself. But naming the title, that's what's searchable. The thumbnail is not searchable. The title is. So name the title, what will get you the best search results. Don't worry about saying, oh my god, you won't believe. No one's reading that shit in the title. They'll see it in the thumbnail. So, there's a tip for you guys. I hope that's useful. Discord is a huge, huge help. And to that point, Cooking from Scratch now has a Discord. I totally forgot to mention this. So, this isn't to compete with Arcade Tavern, but in order to not kind of muddy the waters, I did make a separate Discord for Cooking from Scratch, which is all things cooking related. Must join. Here is the link. Let me know if the link doesn't work. What are we doing on time? Oh, it's 9 o'clock. We cannot get a video in today, so we're just gonna do some self-care, which is really important. And then we're going to record tomorrow. Oh, I see. I like making creative titles that can apply to what happened in the game. Like, example, I got a camera in one vid, and it was a big part of the vid, so I called it Photographer's Eye. That's great. You can call it that, but put that in the thumbnail. Save the title for stuff that people can search. And the reason why I found, like, that this has worked for me, the last stream that we did, and where people have been saying that I'm coming up and recommended, is that searchability. By keeping the title something that people are going to look for, like in today's title, forgot where the title is, today's title, it's becoming a YouTuber. Because people want to search like, hey, I want to become a YouTuber, what do I need? Something, something. So that's why the title's down there. The picture is that emotional response, seeing someone becoming a YouTuber in The Sims, and putting up their tips and tricks. That hopefully, hopefully whets people's appetite to be able to see what's going on. I'm in Discord. Yay! I haven't set up mods or anything like that. I gotta take care of all that. Any recommendation you guys have for the Discord, it is bare bones right now. But just a place for you guys to be able to share recipes, kind of talk about all things cooking. It's there now. Okay. How are we doing on time? It is time. I've got to wrap this up. So we're going to leave our sim, save and go to manage world. Streamers are a bit different for title and thumbnail. Yes. So real quick, I'll go into this, but I'm going to do this from the vid cam. By the way, having different views, very, very useful when you're streaming because it kind of breaks up the monotony a little bit. So I highly recommend having one like this where you're just interacting with people. Plus, it's also a great place to kind of talk about previous streams, upcoming streams, contact information. That's what that site is really great for. And then having the other view that has the game front and center where you're just up in the corner. Where was I going with all that? Oh, right. Titles for streaming. Titles for streaming completely different. YouTube, it's still all about searchability. So again, what you would do for pre-record on YouTube, you're going to want to do the same thing for streaming because the title's what's searchable. On Twitch, as far as I can tell, titles are not searchable outside of Twitch. So if I'm on Google and I type in Arcade Tavern, it should take me to the Arcade Tavern Twitch page, but I don't think it's going to allow me to search for specific Arcade Tavern streams, meaning that I don't think the titles are searchable outside of Google. I have to double check that. If it's the case that it is, that's going to open up some avenues there. But in the case that it isn't, the title is only searchable from within Twitch, but Twitch is all governed completely off of the game. So the title may or may not really do anything for you. Sad to say. And plus, there's no thumbnails needed on Twitch, which is nice because creating thumbnails is a pain in the ass. So I'm going to have to dig in a little bit more on the value of titles within Twitch, but it's a very good point. I could help with Discord management as well as Discord building. Awesome! Watch MatPat's recent video mail? I did. I knew something scummy was going on with Defy Media, and I hope that a judge throws the friggin' book at them, but if they want to get that money back, they need to hire a lawyer. I appreciate them doing the video and educating us on what happened, but just the video circulating is not going to give the pressure that they need for the scummy people from Defy to actually do anything. They need to hire a lawyer, and I hope they're hiring a lawyer, because the law needs to get involved in that shit. And browsing on Twitch, title is needed, as a picture is just a random part of the stream. Yeah, picture, that's one where picture is actually really important, because it's not a thumbnail, but when you search by a game, Twitch is going to take the picture of where everyone is in their streams, and that basically becomes your thumbnail. So having something colorful like this may help you to stand out on Twitch. Thank you for reminding me on that. Okay, So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will be back in a couple minutes over on, speaking of Twitch, I will be back in a couple minutes over on Twitch. We're going to play some Jackbox. We're going to play some Death Row to Canada, where you guys get to be characters in the game. If you haven't already, we do have a new video out for all you fellow brunch fanatics. It is my Italian take on Eggs Benedict. It's super easy and it's so hearty and heartwarming, and I just can't say enough good things about it. So if you'd like to check it out, there's no link in there. I have to figure out how to do that. I may just have to put it down below that people can just click on it and access it. Does anything have anything else for you guys? We got the Super Bowl video coming out this coming week, and then after that, really exciting video, we're going to be looking into those meal kit services. So like the Blue Apron, the, what's the one from Martha Stewart, the Marley and Me, that might be a movie. But we take a look at those, break them down by cost, show you how they all kind of compete against each other, and we do our first ever unboxing video as we get into one and show you what's inside, what the quality of the ingredients are, how everything comes together. So if you are new and you'd like to get the notification when that goes live, you want to hit the subscribe button down below. That would be awesome. Thank you guys again. So this has been a lot of fun. I hope some of this has been helpful for you guys and that I didn't just kind of run off at the mouth, because I really don't have a script that I'm going off of. I'm just kind of talking tips and tricks as we come across them and from what you guys are saying in chat. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you awesome people in a couple minutes over on our Twitch channel. Bye guys!